years before the events in The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls Online lets you take part in the stories set within the compelling history and deep lore of the Elder Scrolls franchise. Designed to be played exactly the way you want to play, you can start wherever you like, with no level restrictions and no subscription required. This massive world is yours to explore, alone or with friends. Choose a favorite location or storyline and jump in. From the capital cities of the Three Alliances to the magical Somerset Isles. From the Khajiit territory of Elsewhere to Morrowind, the home of the Dark Elves. From frozen Skyrim in the north to the endless swamps of Blackmarsh, adventure is everywhere. Are you ready to forge your own legend? Options for creating and personalizing characters in the Elder Scrolls Online are almost without limit. Choose from 9 different character races, with a 10th race option available as an add-on. Select from 6 unique classes and customize them to feel as you want to play. Want to create a high elf sorcerer who wears heavy armor and wields dual daggers for close quarters combat? Why not? Or maybe a Redguard Dragon Knight who prefers light armor and a bow. It's completely up to you. Earn skill points as you adventure across Tamriel to improve your character. Then master and customize your skills to match your style of play. As you explore the world, keep an eye out for sky shards. For every 3 of these rare crystals you collect, you earn a bonus point to spend on your character. The in-game skill advisor provides recommendations on how to best spend your points at each level, based on the different roles available to your character. And you can always reset your skills and reallocate your points whenever you visit a major city, so you can build and play the exact character you imagine. Go anywhere, do anything. That's the freedom presented in the Elder Scrolls Online. The game scales your character to the content, so explore any dark cave or mysterious forest that intrigues you. Adventure on your own, or with friends, even if those friends have wildly different levels or belong to different alliances. Dive into the rich and varied story content as a solo player, or join a group to take on the most dangerous dungeons and boss monsters in the world. During your character creation, select one of the 3 alliances competing for power in this era: the Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, or the Old Mary Dominion. Each alliance features a unique and compelling storyline, but your choice never precludes you from playing with friends of different alliances. The Elder Scrolls Online is designed so you can travel anywhere at any time, no matter your level or alliance. Tamriel is a dangerous place. When you cannot sneak or talk your way out of conflict, you have to fight. The Elder Scrolls Online features an action-based combat system, reminiscent of the classic Elder Scrolls games. Use your skills, special abilities, and a combination of light and heavy attacks to defend yourself and your allies while you obliterate your foes. Unleash powerful synergy attacks when fighting as part of a group, and use block and dodge to reduce damage and avoid enemy attacks. If you prefer sneaking to direct combat, you can use stealth to evade detection, get around obstacles, or even set yourself up to unleash a potent surprise attack. Even the best solo player needs a little help now and then. Use the Group and Activity Finder and the Friends list to team up with other players for a dungeon or other adventure. The Elder Scrolls Online community is extremely welcoming to new players and invites them to join in. Our players go out of their way to help new players and show them the ins and outs of adventuring in Tamriel. This is especially evident within player guilds, a great way to meet others and develop lasting relationships that enhance your game. Join a guild to trade resources, tackle group content, or simply chat about the latest revelation of lore. There are also in-game guilds your character can join to receive new skill options and special rewards. The Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and the Thieves Guild are all accessible through story content. And for a real challenge, join the Undaunted and earn a unique skill line and extra rewards for tackling group dungeons. Dungeons present some of the most difficult and dangerous content available in the Elder Scrolls Online. From the small dungeon delves that challenge solo players, to group dungeons that require 4 players to take on, to the ultimate 12-person trials. These strange and wondrous places offer amazing visuals, complex battles, and compelling opponents unlike anything else in the game. Once your character reaches 10th level and you have a better understanding of the game, the Elder Scrolls Online gives you the option to participate in a variety of player versus player, or PvP, content. Duels offer a more intimate PvP experience, where you can test your skills or try out a new character build in one-on-one combat against another player. Battlegrounds present short, intense combat, as 4-person teams take on 15-minute battles to earn achievements, experience, and special rewards. Alliance wars are large-scale battles, where the 3 alliances fight for control of the imperial capital of Cyrodiil. With siege weapons and massive armies, fight to capture and defend keeps and win the day. While you adventure and explore, don't forget to collect the valuable resources you find scattered throughout the world. These items can be used to craft weapons, armor, food, potions, and accessories that you can use to improve or further customize your character. Develop your skills in one or more professions and improve them by completing specialized crafting writs. The professions include alchemy, blacksmithing, enchanting, clothing, woodworking, provisioning, and jewelry crafting. The Elder Scrolls Online provides players with the ability to own and personalize homes for their characters all across Tamriel. Homes can be acquired by completing quests, purchased through the Crown Store, or bought with in-game gold. Houses consist of single-room abodes to multi-chambered mansions. But nothing beats the opulence or grandeur of a manor house, complete with luxury accommodations for your character and up to 24 guests. Home ownership doesn't end there. Craft furnishings and accessories to personalize, improve, and decorate your home. There's never been a better moment to jump in and start playing the Elder Scrolls Online. With access to a multitude of adventures all across the width and breadth of Tamriel, and the freedom to play wherever and however you like, it's time to begin your Elder Scrolls story.
Welcome to the ESO News. Hopefully you guys are having a great time and getting ready to go out and out in the forks here today and get ready for the game night here tonight. There's some really good stuff going on with Elder Scrolls information. So we're gonna go Tamriel to Moonbiscuit. Tamriel to Moonbiscuit. Tamriel to Moonbiscuit. Okay, well, Moonbiscuit didn't pick up just yet. But however, Moonbiscuit will pick up. And I really do believe Moonbiscuit will pick up and be able to communicate back with us. So I'm going to look in here really quick here in Discord. This is an important thing going on right now where those of us in Elder Scrolls, we have to figure out what phone lines we're going to be able to use. You see what I'm saying? What direct phone carrier are we going to be able are we or not be able to? What phone carrier are we going to go by? I went over to T-Mobile here earlier today. Two of the only two stores in T-Mobile, and I bought the N-Gage here earlier. This is going further into the problem we had back with Y2K. Some people are like, it's a popular hysteria. Not so much. The remnants of Y2K are happening right now. Why our phones aren't actually functioning? That's another mystery. I got the T-Mobile phone that I received years ago, and I put in the new SIM card that was given to me here today, and it makes calls out to 911. That's an important thing. The strange thing when I called 911, the 911 operator said that the area that they were picking up was from a different area, and this involves us in Elder Scrolls getting the phone lines and getting the communications working more properly. As you can see right here inside of Discord, inside of the Elder Scrolls Online part of Discord, this is an important thing for us to understand. I'm just going to use here, right here, where I am. Now look at the picture right here, where just a small little picture. But look over here at the other player right here. Look at what we have in Twitch. Same thing. Look what this is. This is HTTPS, the two periods, two backslashes, www.twitch.tv slash Antoni Ogeska. I'm not for sure who that player is, but I'm sure they're a pretty good player. What I'm explaining here, look at what happens. Look at the two pictures. These are the same pictures for all of us that stream in Twitch. This is what I'm explaining, how important this is for us to getting the communications, the letters, the characters, and the numbers correct, where we can actually see the game live. It's an important thing. I'm not sure all of the people or the players that have gone in. As you can kind of see right here, the two pictures, same programming, just two different boxes. It's kind of strange. I'm going to go further up, looking in here into Discord. Is right here with EO Perez. It has this same box that is going in. This is quite possibly the box we want to see, because look at what EO Perez put in. Same thing that I put in. That's a good thing. But now look down further again, where I was talking about Antonio Giesca. Same thing. But look at what this is. Not the same thing. What we have here is we have some things talking about some words like such as Saturday night gaming, trial runs, blah 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 blah. But what I'm talking about here is the Twitch mechanisms are not functioning properly. As you can see, boxes from the same link. What is happening over in Twitch? This is going to help us provide better communications. As you can see right here, look at this here with the right down here with mine. It's the small little picture, shows https www.twitch.tv/Soxroll. Now going further up, looking here at Hero of None, we have the H Okay, so this might have just HTTP. Now, why is the HTTP going in? That's a question. Because Twitch is an HTTPS. Let's see here. These things have to be resolved and understood in order for us to get. Because look at this. This is the box we were seeing. Just a big old box to where this is kind of noticed, and then starts going further down to where we have these small little boxes. Sometimes we have more information inside of the bigger box, if you want to call it, inside of Twitch. So I'm talking about with us understanding on which carrier we should be using each month. T-Mobile is a perfectly good carrier. Now I'm not for sure on the different carriers in different people's areas in which they live. I know that's different, but we have to have a set what we consider what our carrier is. I consider T-Mobile the carrier for us for our phones. And when I was looking over with the N gauge here, I was like, that is so sweet. That is so sweet that we will be able to play the travel series games for Elder Scrolls. However, that looks highly unlikely that we'll be able to play the travels game. And also, I'm starting to kind of feel like we shouldn't buy an N-Gage, or we shouldn't buy an Elder Scrolls Travels game cartridge. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? I'm totally into Elder Scrolls. I totally promote everything about Elder Scrolls, but when these things don't work, that's kind of the point where like you can only go so far. And like when you look at some of the N-Gage games inside, some of them are like $1 or $2 where you can buy the different games. And some of the Elder Scrolls games, when you look at Shadowkey, the game is sometimes anywhere from $150 to sometimes near $700. With the problem where the phones aren't working, there's a problem with actually selling the actual cartridges. If the N gauge doesn't function, we really don't want to buy the cartridges. The metal inside of the cartridges are nearly meaningless when you really think about it. If you cannot make a phone call, or if you cannot play a game series of Elder Scrolls Travels, it's more than likely the N gauge won't be functioning. The only thing the N gauge can do here is Tamriel to Moon Biscuit, Tamriel to Moon Biscuit. this is just that's maddening. And so what I'm suggesting for those of you guys looking into Elder Scrolls on what actual phone carrier is being suggested, T-Mobile is the phone carrier that I'm suggesting for you guys to have phone service for us to communicate with each other. It's an important thing for us to be able to communicate together. I am adamant on trying to communicate with every player when I go into the game inside of individual systems such as Steam. I deem it very important that we're able to communicate. And what I'm explaining with text messaging, that's a form of text messaging inside of the game. It's an important thing for us to be able to chat, to be able to text message to each other. The little messages really do count. So what I'm talking about in an individual channel, such as Twitch or in YouTube, it's an important thing for you guys, whatever channel you're looking into. The important key fundamental thing of communication inside of a channel is being able to communicate in a text message. And if we don't have that capability, well, there's something wrong with our devices. And if we don't know how to do that, or if we can't do that, we have to gut a device. And what we have to do is we have to go with the devices that are functioning in a major populace. You see what I'm saying? Why I'm suggesting you guys getting a T-Mobile account is so you're connected to a specific phone carrier. It doesn't necessarily have to be T-Mobile specifically, but that's what I'm going with, and I've been with T-Mobile for many years. And so what I'm explaining for those of you guys um, getting phone service in T-Mobile, not only do I have phone service with T-Mobile, I've worked for T-Mobile before. So that kind of explains to you guys of why I'm suggesting getting a T-Mobile phone service. So you become more connected to Elder Scrolls people. I'm just putting it like that. It doesn't have to be specifically T-Mobile. That's what I'm going with, and so that's what I'm going to suggest for those of you guys looking on what will work. Look at this here in Discord. This is an important branch to be able to text message. You guys might just look over in places like Discord, and you're like, no, that doesn't mean that much, but really Discord does mean a lot. Discord really does mean a lot, because if we don't have anything else, look at what we're looking at. Like, well, Discord works. We're going to use Discord. Look at what I'm saying is I'm communicating these things over in parts of Discord. If we have, in case of an emergency, look at what this does for us in Elder Scrolls. This is a backing for us in the text messaging communications for Elder Scrolls. That's the most important thing. If we don't have the ability to write anywhere else, we can start writing over in Discord. Do you see what I'm saying? If there was a catastrophe going on to where we couldn't communicate anything at all, look what has happened. We have written communications of what's going on inside of Elder Scrolls. We have streaming sections. We have nearly just about every kind of information you could think about on ESO inside of Discord. We're not going to have every bits and pieces of the information. What that involves is it involves you guys communicating inside of places like Discord, YouTube, or Twitch. For example, as a communication hub for you guys to communicate your ideas on what's going on with the game, sharing your ideas, and getting information and news on the things you love and things like Elder Scrolls. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch gears here and go into what we're receiving here today in the daily login rewards. So we have the template here of 9.3.5 as the template of getting to the version 10.0.1. Currently in your guys' servers, if you have Steam, our server has been completed and as the current server version as 9.3.9. Just changed over here today, so this is a really good thing. This isn't a popular topic, but it's an important topic, and hopefully you guys are understanding how important some of the patch notes are. Not the most important thing, but the patch notes are important, and we have to look into going from completing update 41 going into update 42. Some people say, hey, we're just trying to complete update 42 from all of these patch notes. In some cases, that's true. In some cases, that's not entirely true. Today, in you guys' daily login rewards, you're going to be receiving a scale caller crate. This is some great stuff. Going to transform some information over in Twitter here in a little bit. Right now, I'm going to get into the patch notes for the current version that's being presented currently for you guys as you're on your drive with the version 9.5.4. That's where the current version is right now. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 9.3.5. And our first DLC for 2024. Well, we have the 9 and a 4. Wait. We're trying. We've got the 5. Okay, we've got the 5 and we've got the 4. Wow. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 9.3.5 and our first DLC for 2024. The version 9.5.4 has just been presented. Yay. But that's not all. Scions of Athelia. This DLC features 2 challenging new 4-player PvE dungeons. Oathsworn Pit is a training ground for Malekith's Chosen, and the God of Curses demands you enact revenge on behalf of the fallen. In Bedlam Vale, located within the demiplane of Maelstrom, you'll find cultists have invaded, and it's up to you to defend this ancient vault. And the mysterious relic it protects. Pretty cool. Have you seen the new horsies? Have you seen the new horsies in Cyrodiil? There's some new horsies in Cyrodiil. This is going to be some great stuff for you guys watching later on tonight in tonight's game. The horsies are so cute. They're kind of skinnier than the 5th version horses. The 6th version horses are a little bit skinnier, and they're kind of like coyotes. You look at the horses in the 6th version. They're coyotes. Completing these dungeons gives you the chance at obtaining a number of new item sets, collectibles, achievements, and more. As part of the free base game update, we've added 3 new PvP item sets. Do you know what it's like to talk? Well, like, do you know the difference of how you're supposed to talk? There's a difference. There's definitely a difference that are earned from rewards of the worthy in addition to a new antiquity. We've also unified gear repair kits to aid in enemy inventory woes. And siege equipment will also now stack. Undaunted key rewards have been increased, and we've also updated graphic settings, presets, and the minimum specs for the game. Don't you forget you're getting a scale caller crate. Don't you forget that we're receiving a scale caller crate today. Don't forget about that scale caller crate. Don't forget about getting the scale caller crate. Do you hear me? Don't forget. Don't forget, you have to log in order to get the scale caller crate. With that, we hope you enjoy this year's first DLC, which is approximately 2.2 gigabytes in size, and that is increasing. So I'm not sure what to tell you if you think you're trying to get away with numbers and whatnot. In the table of contents, new features, updates, big changes, Scions of Athelia DLC game pack, 2 new dungeons, new item sets, achievements, and titles. Update 41 base game as we're getting near completing the update 41, going into update 42. It's going to be great. It's unified repair kits, stackable siege weaponry. Are you doing all right while you're driving out to Forks? With new rewards for the worthy, new antiquities, new collectibles, increased undaunted key rewards, tutorial updates, new furnishings, new container icons, UI font rendering, mean spec update, updates for graphic settings presets, combat and gameplay, combat and abilities, itemization and item sets, companions. I am going to watch as the companions develop in the next chapter. This is going to be some great stuff with fixes and improvements, chapters and DLCs, base game. With new features, updates, big changes, DLC game pack, 2 new dungeons, Oathsworn Pit. For centuries, the secluded retreat of Oathsworn Pit has been a proving ground for followers of Malakath, honing their martial skills in the shadow of the Dangered Prince. A band of wood elves calling themselves the Recollection have recently arrived with an ultimatum: join their army or die. Bending the knee to these usurpers would draw shame in the eyes of Malakath, and battle commenced. Now the lodges of the pit stand against the Recollection to free themselves from the shackle of servitude. But do the wood elves have another motive? Very interesting. So, did you get shoved into the Oathsworn Pit? I hope you did. Edlin Bell, the workshop of Fa Nuit Hen. You want to say it again? Say it again. Fa Nuit Hen. Fa Nuit Hen. Fa Nuit Hen. Edlin Bell has been invaded by a mysterious force calling themselves the Blind Path and led by an imposing Daedra known as the Blind. Our forces have seized control of the workshop, searching for an artifact of great importance, the Equinir. Ever delighted by surprises and tests? Is amused by this intrusion. And could he remember what the Equinir was or where it was? He would undoubtedly seal it away. One thing is for certain: the artifact must not fall into the hands of the Blind and her forces. Oathsworn Pit and Bedlam Vale are 4-player dungeons which can be reached via the Riok and Rothgar, respectively. Oathsworn Pit's entrance is in the northern section of the Riok. The entrance of the north of the Druidok Mountains Way Shrine. Bedlam Vale's entrance is located in western Rothgar, north of the Siege Road Way Shrine. Both dungeons include a normal version in addition to a veteran version, to where you can get into the death match. Each dungeon features challenging hard modes for each of their 3 boss encounters. Tamriel to Moon Biscuit. Tamriel to Moon Biscuit. Tamriel to Moon Biscuit. There are unique item sets, including 2 new Undaunted Monster Mask sets. Only available within the dungeons. Unique item achievement awards. Unique item, unique achievement, items awards are available for completing the dungeons, including the following. This isn't so boring. You know you like unique skin. The blood marks of Malakath are available for those who complete both Osworn Pit and Bedlam Bell on at least veteran difficulty and trigger the achievement Scions of Athalia Delver. You know, I feel for those of you guys that are going into both Osworn Pit and Bedlam Bell. I know, you gotta get in the pit and you gotta get out. You gotta get that nasty crap out. That's why you gotta go into Osworn Pit. That's why you got sent over to Sword Singers, whatever that house is called. Two unique mementos, the Malakath Helm Haunt and the Ekanur Examination mementos, are available players who complete Osworn Pit and Bedlam Bell, respectively, on at least veteran difficulty. And you don't even have to ask what you're going to be doing. You just got to do it. You just got to get into the pit. You got to get into the pit. You got to take the plunge and go into the pit. Yes, you. Yes, I am waiting for you to go into Osworn Pit. Yes. I am waiting for you to go into Osworn Pit. Yes. I'm waiting for you to go into Osworn Pit. Go over to Sword Singer. You find Osworn Pit. Go inside the house and go down the little hole. Go in the hole where you belong. Yeah, it's a big black hole. Go in the hole. Tamriel to Moonbiscuit. Tamriel to Moonbiscuit. Tamriel to Moonbiscuit. Okay, so Moonbiscuit didn't pick up. It's like, talking to myself. I'm like, come on, let's go. Let's get in. Oh, you're waiting. Oh, I'm down there. I'm down there in Osworn Pit as I'm looking down at you when you're in the hole. Like, what? That's right. You got to do your work. And get to work and get into Osworn Pit. You need the phones to work. If you're not getting into T-Mobile, you better be every month in one phone carrier. You thought it was funny? Now you're going into Osworn Pit. My question: why some of these things are not functioning? That is the question. Two new mementos. Like Mentos? Yes, two new Mentos. Mm-hmm. Do you know the jingle, or do you know the saying, or in Mentos, those Mentos commercials? Probably not. You were like the fresh maker. What? Like you're the archivist? You're the fresh maker. Now, what's that thing that Arcanist needed to get? Not a unique skin dye. What does all of you Arcanists need to get? Your fellow players will tell you straight up what you need to get. You need to get your epidermis. Now, why is this not working? Tamriel Moonbiscuit. Tamriel the Moonbiscuit. Hammer out to Moon Biscuit. Just got back. You like the fish? I like the fish. Stay with the fish. So right over here, we're going back to the point of having communications. Get in there and communicate, guys. It's an important thing for you to communicate on your device. I know sometimes it's better to actually communicate inside of the chats. This is the most important thing for you guys to start chatting inside, whether it's over in YouTube or over in Twitch. An important thing for you guys to communicate. I'm gonna go off the screen, leave this on here for the time remaining. The time we have about an hour, hour and a half. This is an important thing, guys. Please chat inside of YouTube or Twitch. Shows growth within Elder Scrolls and a lot more. Hope you guys are having a good drive and you're getting over to Forks here safely here for the game night. Hope you have a good rest of the day.